Most people struggle to learn new things because they use slow, outdated methods that overload the brain instead of activating it. They read passively, repeat information without truly understanding it, and force themselves through long study sessions that only create fatigue. In this video, you'll learn the Polymath Protocol, a simple but powerful learning method that helps you absorb knowledge faster, understand ideas more clearly, and retain information with much greater accuracy. By the end, you'll know exactly how to turn your brain into a high-speed learning machine, capable of taking in information the way polymaths naturally do. The first thing to understand is that the brain learns by forming patterns, not by memorizing lines of text. When learning feels difficult, it's because you're giving your brain disconnected pieces without structure. The Polymath Protocol fixes this by building knowledge the way the brain prefers, in small units, linked together logically, processed in your own words, and reinforced through short repeated recalls. It removes the pressure from learning and replaces it with clarity and flow. The process begins with mental priming, which is simply preparing your brain for what it is about to learn. Before starting any topic, you give your mind a single instruction: why this knowledge matters to you. When the brain understands the purpose, it increases attention and strengthens your ability to absorb information. Polymaths don't start learning blindly, they start with intention. That intention turns scattered focus into directed focus. Once primed, the next step is micro-chunking, which means breaking information into small, meaningful ideas instead of overwhelming the mind with entire chapters or long lectures. When you absorb one small idea at a time, the brain naturally connects it to the next. This method instantly reduces cognitive load and allows understanding to build gradually and effortlessly. Instead of feeling lost, you feel guided, as if each idea unlocks the next piece of the puzzle. After each small idea, you immediately translate it into your own mental language. This is where learning becomes true internalization. You don't repeat the definition. You reshape it in a way that fits your thinking. The brain responds to this like compression. It keeps the essence, makes it personal, and stores it far more efficiently. This is why polymaths appear to grasp ideas quickly. They don't store information as they find it, they convert it. The Polymath Protocol then moves into interleaving, which is rotating subjects or subtopics instead of grinding on one for hours. The brain thrives on variation. When you switch topics every 20 to 30 minutes, you force the mind to recall previous information over and over, strengthening the neural pathways behind it. This makes learning lighter, more dynamic, and far more memorable. You don't get stuck. You stay mentally fresh. And without even trying, you reinforce what you learned earlier. Another powerful part of the protocol is immersive connection, where you pause and link the new idea to something in your world, a past experience, something you've studied before, or an observation you've made. The brain loves associations. When you link knowledge to your real life, it becomes part of you instead of remaining a random fact. This is the moment when information turns into understanding, and understanding turns into knowledge. Then comes active projection, a technique that forces your brain to organize what you learned. You do this by imagining how you would explain the idea to someone younger, or someone who knows nothing about the topic. You're not actually teaching them. You're just letting your mind rehearse the structure. When your mind can teach an idea, even silently, it means the idea is locked in. This is the hidden learning power polymaths use naturally, not teaching others, but teaching themselves internally. To complete the protocol, you finish with a short recall cycle. You close your eyes for about 10 seconds and mentally list the key points you learned. No pressure to remember everything, just a gentle summary. This triggers memory consolidation, the process where the brain moves information from short-term traces into long-term storage. This single step is what makes the information stay with you for days, weeks, and even years. When all these elements, priming, microchunking, mental translation, interleaving, immersive connection, projection, and recall, come together, learning no longer feels like a struggle. It becomes smooth, natural, and almost automatic. You learn faster because you're not fighting your brain. You're working with it. You understand deeply because every idea becomes connected. And you remember more because every step reinforces the last. With daily practice, even for short sessions, the Polymath Protocol transforms the way your mind handles information. Subjects that once felt complicated become surprisingly clear. Skills that used to take months to learn begin to accelerate. Your curiosity grows because learning no longer drains you, it energizes you. And without realizing it, you begin to operate like a polymath, someone who can pick up any topic, any skill, and any field with confidence and competence. You don't need to be born gifted to learn like this, you just need the right method. And now you have it. The Polymath Protocol turns learning from a slow, exhausting process into a powerful mental flow state where knowledge forms naturally and stays with you. Practice it consistently, and you'll feel as if you're downloading information directly into your brain, faster, clearer, and more effortlessly than ever before.